everyone, this is a general timeless reading for all signs. Whenever you click on it is when you're meant to click on it. This is a love reading. I'm going to do your side and your partner's side, and then the mutual energies. And I'm going to give you an extended link to my Patreon. If you would like a reading like this, if it resonates, great. Of course, like, share, comment, and subscribe if it does. But if you would like a personalized reading that's more catered to you, then I will leave a link in the description box below. So I've already laid out your side and your partner's side. Let's get the mutual energy. I'm out of breath. I don't know why. Let me catch my breath. Okay, so what brings you guys together? What tears you apart? And what is the outcome? What brings you two together? What tears you apart? And what is the outcome? I'm going to give it one more shuffle. Thank you so much. Thank you, Spirit. Let's do this. Also want to thank all of you guys. I really appreciate you guys, and just so grateful lately. I wish you all the blessings, and you guys have definitely blessed my life. So just want to give a shout out. So this is going to be your side. Let's see where you are currently for the group I am resonating with. We have the Four of Pumpkins reversed. So this can mean not planting any seeds. This can mean reaping your harvest. This can mean, because in this Four of Pentacles, we see a man who looks like a veggie man, and he's planting seeds in the ground. And it's making me think of like harvest time in the fall. These are Halloween. This is a Halloween deck. So it's making me think of harvest time in the fall for Thanksgiving, right? Where you can all your food and preserve it for the seasons ahead, for the cold seasons ahead. So maybe that's what is happening. Maybe currently you have reaped some sort of harvest and you are preserving it in some way. But let's see. We have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card about planning. It can be a card about a crossroads. This is in your headspace. So yeah, I think you are sort of planning how to preserve the things that have manifested in your life. If these things have not manifested, and this could be love, this could be career. I feel like it's more financial and career right now. But if they have not come into full bloom, right? If they're still growing underneath the ground, then this could just be you're thinking about how to preserve it, right? You're thinking about sort of anticipating this harvest, anticipating this good stuff to come because you know you put the work into it, and sort of plotting and planning how to keep that harvest alive, right? To not let any effort, time, energy go to waste. In your past, we have the Star. I like this group so far. The Star is a card about destiny. It's a card about wishes, about hope and healing. And so in the past, you have really had faith in the universe, really had faith that God is working on your side and that you are co-creating. And it's not like you just sort of, prayed and wished for it and didn't take any action yourself. This talks about being a co-creator of the universe, like putting the work that was needed into making your dreams become a reality, right? So when we do soul work, it's not always this easy breezy thing to do, right? We have to purge a lot of our ancestral trauma, inner child work, all that baggage we have from past relationships. We have to really look at the ugly parts of ourselves. It's like whenever you are tilling a garden, whenever you're getting it ready for the seeds to plant, you have to pick out the weeds, you have to make sure the soil is all good, and that does require some elbow grease, that requires some hard work, that requires like dealing with bugs or any sort of icky things, right? And so you have put the work into creating the life that you want, and I feel like this star is representative of just your dreams in general, right? So I talked about financial and healing, financial and career work right here, but I feel like with this star, this is like a big picture, right? This is like my career, my love life, my family, places I want to travel, like how I see my life in 10 years as a whole, right? And I feel like you have gotten really specific in your imaginations, and like I said, you don't just sort of like sit back and namaste your way into getting your manifestations, right? This wasn't like I feel like sometimes in the law of attraction community, there's this misconception that all you have to do is have a positive mindset and your things will come your way. But like I said, it does require looking at your shadow side. It does require addressing negative things. It does require weeding out icky stuff, right? And so you have not avoided any of that. You have faced the darkness. This is the star in the dark, right? And also with this gargoyle, a gargoyle is like this stone figure that's supposed to scare away demons, right? But the gargoyle is scary looking in itself. So it's like you've really faced your inner demons, and you've really put in the work that others might have been too exhausted or afraid to face. And you didn't just like rely on God and the universe to give you all your wishes without, meeting them halfway. And so I really want to give you a pat on the back right now. In your foundation, we have the Three of Wands. So yeah, this is just reiterating what I'm saying. This is the foundation. With the Three of Wands, the feeling I'm getting in this story is that you didn't sit back. You didn't wait. You didn't wait for someone else to sort of rescue you, right? You didn't wait for the universe to just hand you, any old thing and then you respond to it, right? You like program your own matrix. I love that. And you take action, you take matters into your own hands, and you create that harvest, you create your manifestations, and you are totally a part of this process, right? And you really understand that this is a co-captain situation, right? This is an understanding of the work that needs to be done on your end and the surrender that needs to be done on God's end, right? So big pat on the back. I'm really proud of you. Let's get on to your partner. If this side doesn't resonate with you, then another reading might. You might check back next week or check last week's or any of the Two Hearts Tarot videos, maybe even the Twin Flame. I forgot to say that this is not Twin Flame specific. This is just love in general. But yeah, if you are not resonating with this message, then now might be the time to click off. But if you are, let's move on to your partner. So we have... Your partner has the Ace of Swords reversed. The Ace of Swords is a card about truth. It's a card about victory. So reversed, it could be untruths. It could be lies. It could be... I'm not really sure quite yet. Let's see what's in their headspace. Oh, I feel like your partner, this could also be someone you are dealing with at the moment. This could be someone you are, just whoever you're thinking about. And if you're like single as a dollar bill, nothing going on in your life, then this is what your counterpart is going through on their end while you're not together, right? So, if you're single as a Pringle, ready to mingle, and you don't know this person, then this is what's going on in their lives, in their world, right? Currently in their world, and then you guys can meet up, right? But I feel like what this person is going through at the moment is they are feeling some sort of lack, some sort of self-worth, some sort of not being good enough, not being valuable. I feel like maybe they're telling themselves that they squander things, they mess things up. They may have been in situations, I'm getting, for those of you who are connecting with men, particularly straight men, I'm getting something like a situation where they were involved in a marriage and there was a little bit of trickery and manipulation in regards to pregnancy. Like someone might have gotten pregnant to trick that person into being in a relationship, and that relationship was founded on all these lies and like sneaky ways to manipulate that person and get that person involved, to get that person attached, right? Without like genuine love, or even if it was genuine love, it came from a place of manipulation. It came from a place of, playing these games. And I say that because I'm seeing this rabbit right here, which can symbolize fertility, right? And I don't always see the rabbit in the Queen of Pentacles, although the Queen of Pentacles does signify pregnancy. For those of you who are attracted to women, I feel like this could be something like an ex-partner of theirs got them pregnant and then left them, right? But whatever happened could be going on currently, or it could be like their old baggage that they're dealing with now. But this situation of manipulation, the situation of feeling like they're not good enough, it's lies that person told them, right? The Ace of Swords or the Ace of Bats is a card about lies. It's a card about untruths. So it's like if someone continually tells you like you're not good enough, and they might not say it in those exact words, right? It might be like these little microaggressions where they just don't value, the people that they're with. Over time, that person has started to believe it themselves, right? But it's not the truth. This person is valuable. This person, I feel like they're good parents, right? Either way, male, female. But somewhere down the line, they started believing these lies because, someone they loved kept them in this situation for their own benefit and not from a truthful standpoint. So let's see what's going on in your partner's past. Yeah, we have the Five of Wands. That's a card about competition. So there might have been a lot of jealousy, right? I get the feeling that the partner they were dealing with was someone who, got jealous, but, they were the ones running around, right? I get the feeling that for some of them, they may have had partners that kept them as kind of second options, always kept sort of these plan Bs, plan Cs around, so that they could see who fought the hardest for their love, right? And it's because that person that they were dealing with, or that they are dealing with, they're insecure within themselves, so they need that competition, that external competition, to validate them, right? So it's they were dealing with someone who needed constant validation. And if it's not cheating, if it's not jealousy, it could also be that they were dealing with a person who needed constant validation from social media, right? So they were always getting in these dramas, always getting in these Facebook wars, and just starting stuff, posting stuff they didn't even need to post, posting I'm hearing like posting this person's business to get a reaction from the person, like playing these games, right? To get a reaction from the person and then sort of like pulling all of their friend groups into that relationship. Ugh, yuck. So what's in your person's, in your person's foundation is this person is a committed person. This person works hard. This person, your person, they wanted to work on this situation. They loved this other person, even though, that person was manipulative, and, played all these games. They still tried their best to make it work, quite possibly because there were children involved. And, it's like whoever treated your person this way, they're the ones missing out. Like, your person is great because they really, I feel like they're very attentive, right? So they could either, if you know this person, then you know how attentive they are to you. And if you don't know this person, then you'll know them by how invested they can be in you, right? How dedicated and really focused on you, right? And you won't get, this person isn't like a joker who will make you do all the work and you don't have to do any work, right? This person is dedicated to a relationship, but I feel like maybe the challenges that you're facing at the moment, or you will face, is that there is some insecurity because of some past relationships where they played games. So let's get on to the mutual energy. So what brings you guys together? We have the moon. Oh, this is so cute. Okay, so the moon is, I don't always see it as like a depression, negative card. I feel like it's kind of like mystique and mystery, and it can be kind of romantic, right? And so we see this werewolf who, there's a full moon and he's like, I can't control my emotions, And dogs are like that, right? Dogs howl at the full moon. We just came off of a Sagittarius full moon. And like I said, this is timeless, but I'm just trying to give you an example. So we just came off of a Sagittarius full moon, and not only has my dog been a lunatic, but the coyotes up and down our street, they have been more wild too, right? So our pit bull in our yard, he has to like chase him off all the time, where when it's not a full moon, he can kind of get that rest, but he's just been like howling like all night, right? And just trying to keep these like lunatics away. I feel like they get so crazy because the moon is a reflection of the sun's light, and it absorbs into the moon, right? And so my conceptualization of the moon is sort of a collective, our collective emotions, right? All of our feelings, all of our individual feelings sort of get absorbed by the moon. And so whenever we have a full moon, it's like such an intense emotion. And so that's why the moon is associated with feelings, and the moon is associated with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but especially Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon. Another sign I have here I didn't mention, we do have Aquarius here, and this could be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but signs, aren't important, but it's great for confirmation if that's the case. So, sorry for that long intro, but what I want to say is, what brings you guys together is this sort of pull to each other. I said that the dogs go so crazy because of that collected emotion, and dogs are so empathetic, right? If I am crying, so many times I have had a breakdown, so many times I have cried, and my dog just sort of comes up to my lap and takes care of me, because they can feel what you're feeling. So I feel like what brings you guys together is sort of this mysterious pull that just sort of sucks you in, and it's because you can feel the frequency of each other's emotions. The star is all about is very much a card about frequency. The star, like I said, it represents Aquarius, and Aquarius is ruled by technology, so that's sort of like frequency, you know. It can represent like satellites and, you know, airwaves and all of that. Uranus is a card about technology. You know, now that I say this, I feel like some of you might have some weird synchronicities on the internet that sort of bring you guys together, like some crazy synchronicities that like you can't explain. But it's because you guys match on the frequency, on the vibration of each other, that you're just sort of like sucked into each other, right? It's very like destined and just magnetic, right? And like you can't control these emotions. It's just like zzz, you know. You know, Oprah is an Aquarius. I was talking about the law of attraction, and Oprah's very big on the law of attraction, right? But it's because she is aware of that frequency, right? She is aware that if you speak things into existence, it will boomerang back to you, right? If you speak things into the light, they will get absorbed by the moon, and then it will pull, you know, your manifestations into being. Beautiful, beautiful. So let's see what tears you guys apart. We have the Empress. Ooh. So, what tears you guys apart is this person that made the other person feel like they weren't worthy. Their partner, ex-partner who told them lies, who, you know, made them compete for their love, who played all these games. The Empress can represent sort of this temptress. She can represent the wife, the mother. So this could be an ex-wife, an ex-mother. But it can also be that the Empress represents the divine feminine. The Empress represents like this domestic goddess, right? She's ruled by Venus, so Libra or Taurus energy. But this is someone who is very beautiful and very nurturing, and she knows that the world is abundant, and all she has to do is, you know, nurture the things to help them grow. There's a lot of like nurturance in here, by the way, and a lot of like pregnancy things. Both the Moon and the Empress are pregnancy cards. The Queen of Pentacles is a pregnancy card, and then we have this Harvest. We have this like working hard, but what tears you guys apart is, you know, perhaps they see you as this divine goddess, but you know, they may be a little distrustful because perhaps they were blown away by their ex-partner's beauty, and so they don't want to make the same mistake, right? And so they might feel this like attraction to you, this pull to you, and they just don't want another situation like this, right? So it's like they may be fearful of you because of like a misconception about like a femme fatale, you know, eat the hearts out of men, use them and abuse them, take all their money, all that stuff, right? And if you are dealing with a woman and she, you know, had children or is pregnant by a guy who ran away from her, then this could be, she might be fearful about how you will think of her as a mother. She might be super protective of her kid and be sort of like a little overprotective, right? So like super slow because she wants to make sure that like you're not gonna run away on the kid, that this thing is for real, and that she can like, you know, bring in her children into your life too. So let's see what the outcome is. We have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is a card about offering something of value. The Page of Pentacles is a card about being a student. So I feel like you guys are going to learn from each other. Like this, for both of you, it might be a relationship that you're not used to, right? So you might have had these patterns in the past where you know, had a type or you did things a certain way, and however you're going to meet, however you're going to come together might be a little different from what you're used to, how you're used to going about things. And so I feel like taking it one step at a time, one day at a time is really going to help you guys, rather than like jumping in it really quickly for several reasons, right? I also feel like perhaps this person is a little more of a student than this person. I feel like you're both learning from each other, but I feel like you're going to have to do more of the teaching, right? So yeah, strong Taurus energy, but also Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, especially Cancer, and Aquarius. So yeah, if that resonated, give me a like, a comment, a share, a subscribe. I appreciate it all. If you would like if you would like to watch the extended reading, you can sign up for my Patreon. Tori, I really thank you. I'm going to send you a message real quick about that because I really do appreciate. But yes, for only $2 a month, you'll get these 2 Heart Tarot videos. You'll get the extendeds for these 2 Heart Tarot videos every week. I'm going to try to do a Twin Flame reading and a 2 Hearts reading on Fridays because Fridays is ruled by Venus. Venus is the planet of love. So I'm going to do an extended. I'm going to pull some oracle cards. I'm going to pull some clarifiers, and then, you know, we can dive deeper. If this is where I leave you, I appreciate you very much, and I will see you next time. Bye.